Hey, this is Max. Welcome back to another CSR2 video. I have here on my map the newest and first of the European Series event, the Green Hell, to start in about day 16 hours. I'm going to give you my quick take on this event. Now, from what we know from the developer's blog, your first lock-in for this event will be free. It's a Purple Star M4 Coupe and performance car. It's not a difficult car to build because it actually shares parts with your current Yellow Star M4 Coupe, which you should have in your inventory if you've been playing for a while, because it was used before as a PC Cup vehicle, and therefore many of us have multiple stage 6s for it, and it's pretty built. You can use the pita crates if needed to pull using bronze keys stage 6s for this car, which is a Purple Star, so it would be paid crates if you try to use pita crates with the M performance version. Utilizing the regular M4, you can get parts and stage 6s without having to spend any money. So that's a free car we're going to use for lock-in number one. You will also get new tickets that probably won't carry over once the series is over. So much like the American series, you're going to have to spend those tickets at the very end if you have more than if you have too much saved, I should say. If you have more than what you actually wanted to use, they're not going to carry over into the future. So most likely you have to find some way to burn them off at the end for some resources you may need. Alright, this is a prize car event. You're going to win a 911 GT3 992. Therefore, much similar to all prize car events in the American series, 80 races, race 79 is a speed trap, 76 is a speed trap, 72 is a speed trap, and you have 3 speed traps leading up to the final lock-in. Knowing what we know about all the different events that had prize cars in the prior series, you know that race 79 won't be easy, and it may be easier for a car but not another car. So which car you lock in that actually ends up facing this race is going to be critical to how much of a difficult time you may have to get through. Now, that being said, lock-in 2 through 5 are all old cars. A110, John Cooper Works, these are all PC cars. Evora GT, used in multiple events, used in lots of showdowns. Most of us should have these cars very close to fully built, if not at least decently built with some stage 6s. So don't expect this event to be easy. I anticipate it will actually be relatively on the harder side for each car because, quite frankly, you should have these cars pretty well built. And I'm sure the developers know that. Now, because it's the first of the European series, we may get a bit of a give me here, and they may make this one relatively easy. Don't forget, something they put in the blog again too is that these will not rerun. So this is your one chance to get it and then done. You're not going to get a chance to rerun this event, so either do it the first time or you're just not going to have an opportunity to get these prize cars in the future. The prize car itself is going to be used in another leg of the whole series, just like in the American series. So having it is always going to be beneficial. Otherwise, you may need a paid car in its place, which is never fun. So looking at the overall pattern here, which cars do we lock in from 2 to 5 really depends on which ones you have that are strong. Tier 5 cars are always the ones that I don't like to build, and because they cost a lot and they tend to require a lot of upgrades to really shine. The stronger cars here are the John Cooper Works GP, the A110, and the Evora. So you have 3 cars that are pretty decent, even with just a few stage 6s. The weak link here might be the F-Type SVR Coupe, which really isn't that great at anything. So if I can find an easy lock-in spot where I can squeeze this car into, I probably will put it there. And I would put 2 very strong cars for the first and last lock-ins. Remember, the last lock-in in the past, at least, was the likely one that'll hit race 79. So you definitely want a car that can do really strong speed traps for that. And out of all these cars, the biggest and easiest speed trap car might actually be the 8110 versus any of the other ones. The Evora GT is not a bad speed trap car, but is not as strong as some of the others. Well, actually, it's not as strong as the A110 as far as relatively speaking. John Cooper Works GP. It's actually an interesting car. It's quick, it's good, but getting a really high speed trap out of it may also be a little more difficult than you may think. So bottom line is, put the strongest cars in the front and back, and then the second and third lock-in, while they can't be weak, may not face the toughest of the challenges, although I'm not sure which of which would be best. So that's going to require a little bit of guessing game here and kind of keeping my fingers crossed and locking them in. Regardless, in this account, my cars are actually all pretty decently built. They're not all put to the max settings, but I think I have most of them close to max, so I shouldn't have a problem getting through. You never know. Again, it really, all this comes back to how hard do they make the event. 80 races starting in a day, 15 hours now. Free car in the beginning. That's really what this event is going to be about. This is kind of the introduction into the European Series. The other thing you may want to pay attention to is if you haven't finished Global Tuners, and even though it doesn't have a timer on it, the crates for the Global Tuners tell me that there's a good chance we're not going to get that event for much longer. The unlocked in crates actually tell you that there's only a day 15 hours left, which incidentally coincides with when the Green Hell starts, which makes a lot of sense. They're going to need these spots to put additional events, so I don't expect Global Tuners to stick around forever. I was turned on to this thing during a live stream on Friday, and I just want to pass that information on to those who are delaying getting through Global Tuners event like I am. And again, the M4 competition G82 shares stage 6s with that purple star version that you're getting now, and if needed, you can always go to parts right here, and you'll see that the Petacrate can be used to get stage 6s for it. So it is 3,000 keys per stage 6, and unlike some of these crates, it's unlikely you're going to get a stage 6 before hitting loyalty. Alright, so that is basically what we face with the coming Green Hell event. Good luck in the event, and let me know if you encounter a best pattern for lock-in or not. I am certainly going to try to find a lock-in pattern that'll allow me to get through relatively easily. Knowing what I know about these cars, again, I may put the A110 here and the Evora here, and then the other two guys somehow in the middle. Alright, if you have any questions that you think I can answer, feel free to post them. You got information I forgot to mention, post them for other viewers so they can get that information. If you like the video, leave a like. If you like my channel and would like to get notifications when I put up new videos, subscribe, hit the bell, and you get those notifications. And as always, thank you for watching my videos. I'll catch you next time.